everybody, this is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Papercrafts Facebook group. The Sweet Pea Papers YouTube membership is only $1.99 a month, so go ahead and join that. We're going to start having some lives probably August or September, depending on my health. And you get a 25% discount in the Ko-fi shop, which is where I sell the journals. I've got some that I've made a while ago. I've got some newer journals I'm going to start posting. Yeah, so you get a discount on those. There's lessons there I use to make PDFs that go along with the tutorials. So there's some of those there. There's also freebies, so you can go over there and get some freebies. Okay, so this is my design team project for Sunflowers and Doors, and this is video, I don't know, I think 4, maybe 5. I forgot to look before I started the video. Anyway, this is the one after, I was going to ink all the signatures and all that. Okay, so we've got 2 signatures. They're not that thick. They're 11 pages. No, they're thick before we even decorate. And I came up with these pages for my signature covers. I need to have, I thought that one was on the other side. Oh, darn it. Maybe I'll use, is this one? I need to find one with a picture or something. See, I've already put the tags in as pages. I didn't leave them out as tags. We may take them back out and use them as tags. The other signature, I was able to find a page that had an image on the front, a photo, you know what I mean, a photo picture. This one is a good one. So let's swap these two. Let's take this one out. That probably messes up my signature. And we'll fold it this way. And then we'll put, see, this is going to, yeah, we'll just swap them out. And we'll put this one in instead. And we'll put, yeah, this goes on the outside. And this will go back in here. I've got lots of envelopes and stuff in here as pages. The other signature is similar. Yeah, that stays okay, I think. And then this is the center image in one. I didn't ink it in the center because I didn't want to ink through the guy, but all the other ones I inked around the edges, and I inked them in the center as well. You have to ink both sides, because you see one half on one side of the journal and one half on the other side. This is the image I came up for the other signature, and it's the same as the other one with the envelopes in as pages. I'm not sure. I think I left out the envelopes with the pictures. I mean, the windows. And then this is my center image in this signature. So I actually made this one first. I usually make that my first signature. So let's do that. I'll set this one to the side. And remember, I've got my images set aside. This is going to be the inside covers. And these 2 images, they're unique to the kit, the way they're made. So I'm going to use this one as the front cover. This one is the back cover. We'll cut them apart. And I'll probably use this paper also. I'll print out another one. Well, I'll have to, because I need one for the center. I'm going to put this in the spine as well. And then I'll probably use it on the spine inside and out. So I'll need a couple more of these. Okay. So in this one, we're just going to start in the front. And we need to decorate this. I've got the washi out. Gosh, I got a bunch. I'm going to move this over a little bit. You won't be able to see it, but all the tags and stuff will be stacked up right there. Whoa, I'm gonna move the mouse a little bit. And yeah, I've got a mouse. I've got a whole, on this side over here, I have a whole computer, an all-in-one computer. I'm going to leave this as a writing page, but I think we'll put a little something down here. We've got so many clusters, I mean, stuff that we can make clusters with. That would be kind of neat right there, wouldn't it? Now, I don't know. I'm not sure I like this one for this journal. We don't have any words in this journal, you know, in the kit. So I got out some words that I already have. And I think I have some, and these would match, but they're kind of big. So let me look inside here and see if we have any sayings that are in that brownish, rosish kind of color. Yeah, here's a page. These are the right color. Let me see what other colors we have in here. I forgot to look ahead of time. Yeah, and I thought they said the same thing. Maybe it's every other one. Anyway, let's take these two out. They're a little bit different in color. So we've got sayings. I don't like that. I think I'm going to like the white, even though it's white on a, you know what? I know what else I've got. I've got this brown ribbon too. It's not very wide though. But, so let's take a look at this. Let me see if all the words in here are big. It'd be kind of fun to have some just words and not sayings, because that little thing there is awful small. So we may just put a cluster there and not a word. I don't know, that would be okay, like one like this. Let me see if they're all, I got these on Temu. I got this on Temu. It comes in a kind of like a pad. Yeah, they're all bigger. Well, we can always cut them down, can't we? I like these better, even though there's black in there. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's get those out. You know, these sticky things drive you crazy when you try to put something back in. Okay, so let's use those two, or those three. So if we put, yeah, I think the ribbon I have is too thin right now. I think we could put this here, with this on top of it. And then one of those little sayings, and we might just put it, long ways across here. So this is pretty wide. Let's push it down here because we're only going to want a little border. Oh, my neck just popped. That's kind of painful. I'm going to the pain clinic in October, and I can't believe they're making me wait that long. I asked my family doctor for something for pain other than the Tylenol they're giving me or having me take, which isn't really working at all, as we all know. And she said all they had were things that I would have to come in and pee in a cup for, you know, and all that, and would probably look bad against me at the pain clinic for taking something. And I know the pain clinic's going to try to send me to a physical therapist. My car's not working. Having a little bit of trouble. My car's not working. So I don't have any way to get there unless I call the senior rides. I am over 60. Not a whole lot, but I will be more on August 3rd. So I'm going to try to get these out before August, because I would like to do another project for Mandy in August. So we're going to roll on these pretty quick. Let's put it closer to the center. We don't want to impede the fold. I'll put that there. I did cut that crooked, didn't I? Well, now I cut it more crooked. That's better. Gives us enough room to put something across there. Now, I always like to put things this way so they read this way, because when I look at it, that seems right side up to me. Now, it would be nice to have a saying. This one goes all the way across, so it would need to be put on 2 lines. So let's wait till we can put that right side up. How about a dream is a wish your heart makes? Let's see if that'll fit. Oh yeah, I think that will fit. What if I put down some washi first? Let me just stick that right here. I think that would look kind of neat. Let me get something wider. That one I have to glue. This one is really sticky. And then we'll cut it. We'll put I can trim that little bit with my scissors. Let's pull the angle on this one too, so I don't have to try to cut it. Well, that didn't work, did it? Now, I'll probably end up, if we're going to do full decorating, then I'll probably end up doing the second signature off camera, just because I'm trying to get these out. I could have posted one today, but, you know, and done Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, which is July 20th. But I need a photo of the cover, and we haven't got anywhere near the cover. And then we'll put this on there. Oh, that is so crooked. I mean, I know the other stuff is crooked, but let's... Yeah, if I put it farther up here, I can trim it. And that'll be all right. Even though, you know, because I trimmed it too short. I wonder if we should put, I think we should put some solid colored washi or something like this on there so I can read it better. I've started really getting into washi. I hadn't ever used it before, really. Then I started doing the monthly projects, the free pot projects from Ink and Page, Debbie. And she uses a lot of washi and scraps, you know, and stuff like that. And so that's kind of inspired me a little bit. Try this again. There we go. I'm going to trim it along with that one so they're the same shape. So I left it out a little bit. All right, let's put our saying back on. Make sure it's sticky enough. Now that I've put it on there 3 times. Well, yeah, that looks a lot better. Oops, darn it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to trim this. So I'll flip it over. I need my scissors. I'm not very good at trimming or cutting curves. I know I use my big scissors, but I do much better with them than I do with those little bitty ones. I've got them, but there we go. So let's do that. Let's do a little something something. This looks like washi. Let's just build on it. Only we're just gonna do a word on this one. Let's make a tuck right there. I'll come back and put, well, maybe we'll go ahead and put the cards in. I don't know. Or tags or whatever we need. This one doesn't really seem to match that page. I'm not really a big bingo fan, but it does fit right here. I'm going to end up just covering this faux washi. And we'll just put this in as a tuck. And I have to ink the ephemera because I put it in. There was just too much to do. I inked the pages. And I don't know what washi or what ephemera we were going to use. So I didn't want to sit there and ink. Oh, I forgot to ink that, didn't I? Oh, well. And it's crooked. Wonder if I can still peel it off. And then I'll just re-glue it. Oh, one of the legs went through one of the holes. Well, if I line it right back up, then it'll be all right. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, let's ink this too. And a little tear there from pulling it out. I am not fussy cutting these again, since it's going to go back under. Or I can stick it under. Yeah, see, there's a bigger hole there. I don't think it'll make any difference as long as I glue it real well. Okay. The raffeta's already stuck down, so I don't have to put glue in the center. This is already stuck down. Okay. Let's see if I can get it straight this time. That's better. That's better anyway. Okay, let me finish this last side. This one. Oh, we're putting it on as a thing. We don't need to ink the back. Okay, just going to ink 2 sides of it so that we're not making a pocket, a tight pocket. Making a tuck. I don't put them right along the bottom of the page. There's always a chance that you get it on there wrong and then you see it from the next page. Just put it along the edge of the page with a little space. It's okay. It'll be all right. We can put that. I'll have to punch these 2 out and then ink them. Because this is going to take a while. This new way of decorating for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to have to glue that after I put it down and took it up so many times. Okay, and then let's take that brown ribbon. I don't know if I want to put 2 of the same in there. What about one of these postcards? That will fit. Let's take one of these out. Yeah, this one we'll need to decorate, so we'll put that one back. Let's get that brown ribbon. I cut the edge of it all the way around, and then you can just stick your ribbon through there instead of trying to retape it. All right. I can always trim this. I'd rather make it long and then have to trim it. I have to ink it. I could put one of those protectors on there. Oh, I've got some too. Different colors. Of course, now I inked it and made it look kind of dirty, but this will cover it. And I've also got some white ones that I've colored, as if I remember correctly. Or we can just cover them with the ink and make them more of a color that we want. Yeah. Then that shiny color. We'll just make enough for a couple of tags right now. Okay, and put one in the front and one in the back. That one's... And then that covers that extra white area. Oh, well, kind of. Then I need to ink the back. I always ink the back of my tags. Some people don't, which I'm not really sure why. Because they're going to take them out and write on the back or look at the back and see if you decorated it or whatever. If you know what I mean. So let's put those right there and those with the words. Shows up more here than on the edge of the pages. You know what I mean? Like these. Boy. I did 11 pages. Somehow we ended up with 11 pages per signature. I'm not really sure how. Oh, and I took the, let me check. I took the, oh, I just got that on my white shirt. Anyway, I took the, what was I going to say? Tissue pages out. My friend does that. She reads text while we're chatting, and it drives me insane. She loses her train of thought and just sits there reading in the middle of chatting. And I don't know. I kind of think it's rude. You know who you are. I've already told her I don't like it. So don't think I'm talking about her behind her back. Well, I am, I guess, technically, but if you know what I mean, wasn't anything I haven't said to her face. So let's put it that way. I told her, you know, just watching somebody read and stare off into space and not answer you or talk to you, I actually turn on my TV. I think that's about as rude, you know, as the reading is. There we go. That looks good. Let me fix this. Put a little thing of glue down the center. Now I'll keep it stuck down there. Now I'm hungry. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Probably time, I guess. Now this needs to come up. Gosh darn it. I'm going to spend all video on these 2 pages and it's not necessary. Oh yeah, that stuck really good to the washi though. Oops, this is supposed to be in the center. And this needed to be a little farther this way. Yeah, I'm listening to the Top 1000 on Sirius XM. Classic rock, of course. Okay. I think I'd like to put a belly band. Or we could put a pocket. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let me trim that. Use the paper trimmer on the... Oh, I need to trim it down to get the gussets off because I don't use the gusseted pockets. Everything just falls right out of them. You got to get your tucks nice and tight too or your stuff will fall out. Excuse me. Losing my voice. Here it is, July. You'd think I'd be over my allergies, but my porch has a bunch of those from that one tree, cottonwood. And I haven't, oh, I forgot to put the tag in that. I'll come back. Let me put it in here so that it sticks out. I'll go back and put that in the tag. Not on camera right now because we're already at 30 minutes and we've only done 3 pages. Well, this will be the 3rd. Not very quick on my part, huh? I can do it quicker, I promise. Just not really worried about how long this series takes for some reason. If it goes into August and this ends up being my July and August project, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Another one of those long, narrow tags would fit in there nice. Now I'm not going to smear ink on it right there. I'm going to put these on. See? These were just white in a big pack, and I just added them to my metallic pack. So they were all together. They don't come like that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use the ribbon I've cut and go ahead and put it in the first one. Cut another one for this one. If I don't, I'll forget to put the ribbons on. So let me put this one in here. Let's go back and do our ribbon. It's not that hard to do. You just stick a loop, make a loop, and you stick it from, I think, front to back to make the better thing on your card. This is big. This should go right through. Okay, so you keep the loop. I think I did it backwards. And then you put the two ends up through the loop, kind of like learning to tie your shoes. Nope, I did it right. And then this is too long. I might have put some lace with it or something to kind of fill this up a little bit more. This is definitely too long. I've got this stuff. This is called, it's just a thing I got on Temu. So maybe I'll go back and add. Yeah. It's got the lashes, eyelash trim in it as well. Oops. Don't want to separate it from the gold. I think I can fit this through underneath. Yeah. I could have done them together, which would have been nice, but this gives us 3 things coming through the loop or the hole. You have to be a little careful with this eyelash trim. It makes a big mess. There we go. Should have put them together. And I can use both the ribbon and the, yeah, I'm going to have to go back and do, I better go back and do them together. I'll do that off camera. I'll do it on this next one. I'll stick it out the top. It's going to look good in this because it's cream colored with this little bit of gold. I've actually got some gold leaves too, but I don't think that's going to be appropriate. It's more appropriate for a nature theme. So let's go to this tag. Let's cut a piece of ribbon. Cut a piece of this. I would call it eyelash trim, I guess. What did I do with the end of it? There it is. Cut some of that. And then I think I'm going to put this back on itself. This one kind of sticks out without any of the gold. So let's take this and loop it. This might be a little interesting. I'm going to have to hold my fingers up. The farther up you go, the tighter the little loop is. Let's see if I can get the whole thing through there all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's a good movie. It's got, what's her name in it from all those action movies. She was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and all the episodes after that, and a bunch of stuff. I'm not getting both of them. Yeah, I am. Okay. So here's my loop. I'll take all these ends, all of them, run them up through here, through both loops. With both ribbons. There we go. That looks a lot better. I'll go back and do that other one this way too. And then, oops, let's get this other brown one through. And then pull it all through. What's going on here? Did I wrap it double? No. Pull it on through, and that looks better. And we'll trim it. We could make it to where it sticks out the top. And let's put it in the pocket and see where we want it. Can you still see? No. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to have it where it sticks out the top. If I don't like it, then I will come back and trim it some more. But I don't know what this stuff is called, but you can get it in different types of stuff. And some of it has the eyelash trim, some of it has little clumps of thread. You can pull these apart too. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do a word over here in the corner. On top of some of this stuff. Where did I put the piece? There it is. So since they're stickers, I can I'll put mindful on there. That seems appropriate. Just gonna stick it to the raffia, cut around it, and then glue it down. That's what my plan is. Since this is the right height for those little stickers, I will keep that piece. Still needs to be trimmed again. Okay, now let's glue it down. You know, we could put, I'll just do it like this. Just put that there. On this page, this would look nice with a belly band. Let's get what is this? Oh, this is a duplicate page. So let's make a belly band out of this part. Yeah, I'll trim a little bit on this side and a little bit on that side. Get us a nice, maybe 2-inch belly band. Oh, we need a wider one. I think 2.5 will work. I don't really want to cut that butterfly off. What is that? 2 3/4 inch off the end of this paper. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty cool. I didn't want to cut the butterfly wing off. That's how it ended up so wide. You know, I could trim closer to him over here. That would probably make it 2.5. And then I'll just put I'll put a bigger card or something behind it. And probably use some of this to decorate it. Belly band is a good place, a good tight place. I was going to put these on the first page, but I've got those. A belly band would be a good place to put something. That one's pretty wide though, isn't it? Oh, we can put our scrappy notebook behind it, I think. Let's see. Or we may make a card. You know, a writing card, a big one. I think that would be better. Let's just do that. You can make a writing card out of the other half of the page. Okay. Yeah, we're only going to get 3 or 4 pages done because I didn't plan ahead. Before we do the next video, I'll go through and decide what I want to put where and paper clip it to the page. Don't know why I didn't do that. I was so excited. I finally got everything inked. Well, not everything. You know what I mean. Okay, then we're going to glue it at the top and the bottom. I really like this. I don't think it needs anything on it. Yeah, it is going to cover that butterfly, but we've got a butterfly here. I'm going to make it up a little bit so the card doesn't fall out. You know, we can make a card as big as we want, but I don't. I'm going to glue it in with just a little bit wider bead of glue, and that will make this area tighter. So let's do that. Oops. Didn't. No, either way, it's going to cover the butterfly. So let's just go in the center and cover the most of it. We'll make the most of our width. Okay. While that's drying, we'll make a card out of this. I guess I can do it this way. And then do it upside down. So I get both of these in. Maybe I shouldn't have made it so tight. I put it here like it's going to go in, but it doesn't fit. And then I cut it below. Now I've got this mark. I'm going to cut a little bit off the top and then try not to cut her head in half. If so, maybe I shouldn't have glued that so tight. Here I go taking stuff off again. But anyway, you can get the glue off by rubbing it. Put Fabri-Tac is what I use. Oh, and I'm inking with gathered twigs, which is what I put around the edges of the pages. Okay, we'll try that again. Let me get the glue eraser on this. It comes right off. You can get these on Amazon, less than 10 bucks. And I've had this one for 6 years and it's barely gone. Just a little bit off the corners. So, well worth the money, and it's so handy. In the description is my link to my Amazon shop, but I'm not sure I have the glue in there. I'll have to look it up and add it to my shop. It's all stuff that I recommend, everything that I use and nothing that I don't use. Okay, so you might want to check it out. You don't pay any more for it. I just get a few pennies, believe me, on each item that you guys buy through me. And every little penny helps me buy paper. And I get free ink, but I pay every month for the, well, I pay every month for the ink, but really it's for the printer. You guys know how that works. Okay, let's do that. Let's mark how wide we want it, and then I'm going to guesstimate. That won't make a good tag. It's just part of his body. Cut the top and the bottom off, maybe. Or card. We're making a card. I'm going to cut this just under the butterfly, and let's see if that fits. Wow, now that I opened it up. Okay, let's round the corners and ink it. With a card, I round all the corners when I make a tag out of a piece of paper. Then sometimes I cut all 4 corners as well, but not. Usually just round on the bottom, you know what I mean, and cut off the corners on the top with a trimmer and all that good stuff. Because I really don't want to cover that up. So I'm not sure. I may come back and do something to it at least. But I could just decorate the back of the card, and then when people, or the person that gets it, takes it, buys it, whatever. I'm going to have a giveaway soon. I'm going to give away 3 journals. The top one will be one of my $28 journals. I'm going to go back to Ko-fi and drop the price. I've discovered people that like journals actually are ones that make them as well. So, there you go. They already have journals. So, I know a friend that sold a journal for $200, but it was a cloth journal, and it was amazing. So, not that mine aren't good. I really like them. But hers was amazing. It was stuffed with ephemera. I think she called it an ephemera eater. And made it out of cloth or materials, you know, and cloth and little ephemera and stuff like that. But I like this kit. I love the colors and everything. So there we go with that. So there's that page, that page, that page, that little flip. Looks like I need to trim that a little bit again now that I moved it. And then I'll have to cut it up. I think I will have to get out some of my little bitty scissors. Oh, not my, I don't like these. The little kid crickety trimming ones for stamps and stuff. These are nice. These are cutter bees. Some people like the Tim Holtz ones. I did pay extra to get those arthritis, you know, scissors, but in general, except for the ink too, I don't really like paying extra for a name. I do have quite a bit of Tim Holtz stuff though, so his scissors are good as well. These are nice and sharp. They're called Cutter Bee. You can get them on, and you just put the button on the side of the hole, and it holds the cover on. Okay? All right. Well, that's it for today. We did all this. We talked about the signatures a little bit. We got that out of the way. And, yeah. You know, I could put this right here, couldn't I? Maybe I'll do that before we come back. A friend of mine does that. She likes to put the library card in the front. It does give you something to put there. Instead of it just being the cover. This is pretty. It does look good with this. Saves us another thing we can use somewhere else. We've got a lot of pages. So we've got 44 pages in each signature. That's 88 pages in this journal. So anyway, all right. That's it for today. And I will talk to you in the next video. And I think it will air on a Wednesday, but I'm not sure. Depends on when I start it. Have a great day.